Today I want to make a video for all the Army moms. I myself is a Army mom, and when my son got ready to go to the military, I could not find any videos on the steps or the things that we needed to do to prepare our future soldier, or to prepare ourselves for our child to go off to the military. So I thought I would put this video together. So if anyone's out there on YouTube looking for a video on what to do, what steps to take, maybe this video will help you. I want to start off, my first advice, the most important advice that I could give you is to support your child. Support them in every step of the way. Some of you, your children might have been generation military children, or this may be the first child to ever go to the military. Either way, support them. Whether you wanted them to go or not, support them and give them all your support, and help them walk them through the steps on what to do. I would say the second thing is make sure that they have a good recruiter. Make sure you're involved in the recruiting process, and make sure that the recruiter that your child has is giving them 100%. My son's first recruiter, he was not very good. There was many things that, after time went on, I realized that he was not doing for my child, but my son was very smart, so he realized it and he switched recruiters. And the second recruiter he got was amazing. I could tell the difference right away that he had, at this point, now he had a good recruiter who was willing to give him 100% of his time, walking him through the steps, making sure he was aware of everything and he understood everything. Something as small as taking him, like he had an account with Wells Fargo, and he took him to Navy Federal to help him sign up with the military bank, to where his military benefits could start going to a military bank, and the military benefits that a military bank gives you. Also, the working out with him, making sure that he was physically fit, so when he got to basic training, it wasn't as difficult on his body. So make sure that you have a good recruiter, and make sure that they're doing what is needed to prepare your child. Okay, and the next step I would say is, once they leave for military, leave for the basic training, make sure that they have little things like their birth certificate, social security card. In fact, down below I'll link the link of things that you might want to consider in making sure that they have when they leave for the military, for the basic training. Like, a couple of white t-shirts, shorts, and I think there's a minimum amount of money that they can take with them, cash. So you want to make sure that they have that, and also a lock for their locker. I've heard that of theft amongst the group in basic training. My son did not experience that, but I've heard other stories about it. So just make sure that they have a lock, and that you tell them to keep watch of their things, especially their birth certificate and ID, and any banking information. Just keep watch of it and make sure that they keep it locked up. Also, running shoes and socks, as well as shower shoes, like some little, flip flops for the shower that they can put on when they take showers. Um, and also, just know that once they leave, that's probably going to be a difficult time for you. Just know that, how do I say this? Just know that your child is okay. And I know that that's difficult to believe when you're not hearing from them and you don't know if they even made it. But eventually you'll get that call from your child that they made it. And just before they leave, make sure you tell them when they get the little slip of their address of where you can write them. Tell them to, if they still have their cell phone, to screenshot it and text it to you. That way, when they call you to let you know that they made it to basic training, you can spend that time seeing how they're doing instead of trying to write down the address and hear what they're saying, because I'm telling you, it's a free fall. Because there's, the sergeants are yelling in the background, hurry up, get off the phone. It's like, what? Can you tell them to quiet down in the back? But of course you can't do that. But just try to think of things that you can tell your soldier to make it easy, so when you hear from them that first time, you can spend that time letting them know that they got this, and you're rooting for them, you love them, take care of themselves, that that they can make it through this, that that they got this. That way you won't, your time that you spent on the phone is good time spent. After you get that first call that they made it, it's probably going to be about 2 or 3 weeks before you hear from them again. So in the meantime, you write. The first package that you send them, you send stamps, envelopes, and paper, and maybe a couple of pens for them to write, because a lot of times they might not have that. I think some bases provide that to them, some don't, but just send it to them so they'll have it, and you'll be sure to get a letter from them. Because I know for a while I didn't hear from my son, and once I sent him the stamps and the envelopes and the paper, I started getting letters from him. So I knew that was a good call to send him those things. And also, one touch that I did for his writing him, I went and got a pack of little cards that came with a particular color envelope. So if the sergeant is standing there calling out for mail, if maybe he sees my envelope amongst the stack of mail, he knows, hang tight, he got a letter come, he'll know that letter is from me because it's that particular color. That was just my touch of what I chose to do, just, I don't know, but that's what I just chose to do. And so just think about that. If they have a favorite color, just try to find some envelopes that are in that color that they like, and so they'll know when they get that envelope, hey, each time they see that envelope, they'll know it's from you. And that'll just, I think that would make their day. One of the mistakes I want to say that I made is, my son went away like right before his 19th birthday. And so that was the first time I had been away from him on his birthday. So what I did is I thought I would send him some cookies. So I sent cookies to him, and you can't send cookies. You can't send packages, gifts, or anything like that. So don't do it. They took them the cookies. They gave them the card that was in there. That was nice, but they took the cookies and they ate them. So just know that, if you send any type of food or anything like that, it won't get to them. They'll just, either throw it away or take it for themselves. Another thing I want to talk about as well is graduation. When your soldier leaves for basic training, start planning for graduation. Especially once you find out, when you get that first call, they'll kind of tell you when the graduation is. And I believe they send a letter as well, giving you information as well. But when they leave, you start planning for that graduation. Because let me tell you, those rooms fill up quick. If you don't watch it, you'll be in another town and not be able to be near the base. And being near the base is the best option for you, because your soldier can come back to your room and hang out there with you, because it's not much to do around there. So you want to have a place where y'all, you can hang out and catch up and things like that. For us, we rented a little apartment on base. They had a little area, a complex that, was like a hotel, but they were really apartments. It looked like maybe apartments that they turned into a hotel. And our apartment had 2 bedrooms. It had a full service kitchen, a little kitchen nook, a living room. So once we got my son, we were able to go back there and cook him a home cooked meal of things that we knew that he liked and that he hadn't. Because, when they're in basic training, they're not eating like the things that they loved, before they left. So cooking them a home cooked meal or of some of the things that they like is a plus. And also, if there's certain ingredients that you have in your town, don't assume that they'll have it where you're going. So you might, for us, we had a car full of goodies, of things that, of course I'm from Texas, so we had things that you could get in Texas that, and I did notice that once we got there, I was looking for certain things, certain ingredients, they didn't have them. So if there's certain things that you use to make that's non-perishable and that you use in a certain recipe, get those ingredients and take them with you. Like, find some way to, for us, we were driving, so we had them with us. I went to the store, got some things and had it with us. So think about that. And also, when you go for graduate, I almost forgot, forgive me. The most important thing, when your soldier leaves, go to Facebook. When you go to Facebook, pull up your child's platoon, because once you get the mailing address, it will have what platoon your child is in. Pull up that platoon, that army base and that platoon on Facebook, and join the friends and family. In that group, you will find a lot of information about graduation, hotels, flights. They'll give you a lot of information on there. And also, you'll be in a group of people that are going through what you're going through, of missing your child. And because a lot of times people don't understand. They're like, what's going on, girl, get it together, he all right. But you can't expect for people to know what you're going through. But in this group, these people are going through the same thing you are. They're looking for information like you are. So A lot of the people that are handling those groups, they're very informative. They have a lot of good information, and also they're connected with the base, so they also post pictures of your soldier. So if you're, just join the group, because you never know, you might catch a glimpse of your soldier. And as a parent, we always can look at a picture and tell how our child is doing. So that might put your mind at ease once you see the pictures and see that they're doing okay and they're doing the drills and they making it through. It was very calming to me to see my son in those pictures. And they also have a site that they'll give you the information to, that you can pull up your child's platoon, and there's more pictures in there that you can see your child and see how they're doing. So the Army has really upped their game as far as they know. We parents are frantic when our kids go off to basic training, so they do little things to try to put our minds at ease and things like that. And another thing we did that we did is we joined the Facebook groups, and we also made sure, like, we purchased t-shirts before we left for graduation. Get you some t-shirts that you're an Army parent now, so get you some t-shirts and let the world know, hey, my baby's in the Army. They are doing things, they're serving their country, And also, when your child sees you for the first time and you got that t-shirt on, that'll make their day. That'll really warm their heart that, hey, you have been, that you're supporting them, and that'll take them through on their journey of where they're going next. Also, there's one thing that I would like to talk about, and that is at graduation, they normally have a thing where you tap your soldier out. They stand in formation. It's a beautiful formation, may I say. And they stand in formation, and you have to go and tap your child out, and that's when they break formation and they go with you. Now, a lot of times there's some parents that cannot make it for their kids' graduation. It's a tradition that a parent that is attending the graduation for their child, that they sponsor another child or parent's child that won't have anybody there to see them graduate or spend the day with during family day. If you can, try to sponsor another soldier. Try to tap them out. And a lot of times in the Facebook family group, people will ask, hey, I won't be able to make it. Is there anybody that would take on my soldier? And maybe you're the one that won't be able to make it, and you can go in your family and friends group and say, hey, can somebody take on my child? Can somebody tap my soldier out and spend the day with them? Can he spend the day with your family? So just think about that. I know that that would be a time for you and your soldier, but think about, the Army is very family oriented. Once you're in the family, you're in the family, and they look out for each other. And I'm sure that when you go to graduation or family day for your soldier, seeing your soldier for the first time, they have connected with someone in their platoon. Someone in their platoon probably does not have family that will show up for them on that day, but your child has built a bond with them. Take them on, buy them a meal. Let them spend the day with you guys, and that will really prepare them for their next journey as they go to AIT. Now, for my son, we did go, of course, to graduation, and we did take him to AIT because it was far, but it wasn't too far where we couldn't drive. So what we did, was something, because we had to ask for permission, and it's something to give birth to someone and have to ask the United States Army, can you take your child that you gave birth to their AIT, to their next destination? But I did, and they allowed me to. And so that gave me more time to spend with him, and also to see where he was going next, and to also to give him that support that, hey, you got this next step, you can do this. So just think about that. If it's not too far, if your child next location is not too far, maybe you'll be allowed to take him to his AIT training facility. So I know I went through a lot in this video. I hope that this video has helped you. It has eased any concerns that you have. If you have any questions, feel free to post them below. If you liked my video, I'll be more than gracious and happy if you would like and subscribe. I will do more videos. If you like for me to do video on what happens when they go to AIT, and also what happens when they get to their first post. If you would like for me to do a video on that, please post it below. And thank you for your time, and thank you for listening. I see you guys later. Bye.